So I've come up to do my afternoon chores, and I've got 3 dead quail, 2 in the cage and 1 in the belly. And we still got this I don't know if it's a male or a female or not, but I'm not real happy right now. But I am going to be willing to bet a donut with sprinkles that this is what got a hold of my duck eggs. What do you think? Adam's doing so good. So, look at there. Actually, this one is, this one is wet. So, I don't know if we were attempting to try to take this one in. So obviously it killed 1 and had a big lunch, killed 2 more, and they were just laying there. And so unfortunately I've lost 3 quail today, and we're gonna have to keep an eye out. Obviously this is just part of living out, you know, rural or near the mountains or whatever. You have all kinds of things. Thank God it wasn't a copperhead. Hello. But the thing is I could get it because it was so fat from where it had eaten, it couldn't get out. So that baby was mine. So I don't know how I'm going to put this video together, but I know that we just had the incident in the barn. I've worked in the barn all day, worked with the animals all day, canned, cleaned, done all kinds of my mom's stuff. And so it got so late in the afternoon, I said, well, I'll just go finish doing all the barn chores, and then I'll hop in the shower, and then we'll go run our errands. You know, we've had a full day, work, school, canning, cleaning, you name it, making videos, all this stuff, taking care of the animals, Adam. And we had quite a run-in today. So here's the backstory on that, because I know you want to know. I don't see my little skunk over here today. It was here the past 2 days. We've got a little skunk, and it's hanging out on this side of the property. It's nowhere near the chickens. It's not near the quail. You know, I just thought about that. I thought, what if that skunk gets up there near the barn? Because I'm going to tell you what Cochise is going to do to it. And you know, he'll get sprayed in the process, but I'm going to tell you what Cochise is going to do to it. We've already had a lot of incidents around here like that. That's why we have dogs, or livestock guardian dogs. That's what they're, you know, trained to do. That's their instinct to go after. It's a dog. So go to do the quail, and there is this massive, is that a rat snake? Y'all tell me. Is it a rat snake? I can't, is it a king snake? I don't know. It's definitely non-venomous. I knew that much. I've had a run-in already big time in my life with copperheads, a copperhead, and I know exactly what I'm dealing with there. We don't tend to have timber rattlers here. I know they're around, but a lot of times they're more up on the rocky areas of East Tennessee, like on the mountain, up in Grandview, up on the mountain up there. Timber rattlers, big time, yes. We knew where not to go. Here, haven't had an incident yet. I hope I'm not speaking it into existence. But so this big old snake got in through the backside of the barn. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bet you, like I said before, I'm going to bet you a donut. I bet you a donut. I bet that's what happened to my duck eggs. And somebody said that. Somebody said, if you go back on the video when I showed you the little egg and I had the last little duckling, somebody said, you better check for snakes. And I thought, I hadn't thought about that. Well, you know, it's been a week and a half. Well, look what happened today. So right above Miss Blanche, is that snake all coiled in. How it got in, I don't know, but it wasn't getting out. Well, I will tell you that we all have something that gives us anxiety, or several things that we fear or gives us anxiety. Since I stepped on a copperhead about 2 years ago, I haven't been very fond of snakes. Haven't had too many run-ins, but I'm not real fond of copperheads. I stepped on a copperhead barefooted, and that will change your whole view of life. Let me tell you, I did not get bit. I've talked about that before. I did not get bit. Thank you, Lord. I was being looked after that day. But nonetheless, I don't like spiders too much because I've had some bad spider bites, and y'all know I'm not a big fan of black widows. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. James was like, oh my Lord, because he is so scared of snakes. He really does. He's gotten better. He doesn't want harm to him, but he has a fear of major heights and of snakes. That's his thing. Everybody has their thing. So the first thing he said was, don't you grab it until I at least get the tongue thingies. And he took off. I'm like, we ain't gonna be hanging out my quail. Hanging out in the cage, y'all. Wrapped around the cage. Just enjoying life. Well, so here's what you need to know. It wasn't just in the cage by itself. It was the snake, its big old belly. There were some eggs there. I think it ate, I know it took in at least one quail. I think maybe two after looking at the picture. And maybe some eggs. But there were 2 more dead babies in there. So it had already attempted, it had clearly squeezed them, whatever, and had tried to already take one in. And the other quail were like just traumatized. So as I'm standing around looking at it for a second and I opened the cage, it clearly picked up and was checking me out. It picked up, well, I'm gonna say she, I think it was a girl, a female, I think so, and she started to stick her head through and go out, which she could get out. I was really surprised. But that big old belly, that beer belly gets you in trouble every time. So I grabbed a hold of it. We took it out. James was, bless his heart. I'm going to have to, that's why we got ready. We finished up for the night, and I said, I don't think I'm cooking tonight. So we may go out for a leisure drive and dinner. We had a full day, y'all. But needless to say, I want you to know I did not end that snake. I'm not mad at the snake. Everything has a purpose, and I respect that to a point. Obviously, I handled the situation. I took it off on the other side of my property. Will it make its way back? It might. I'm hoping it'll take down something on the way, but I didn't feel that it was necessary to do that. And I'm not pleased that it got into my barn, and I'm not pleased that it took down my quail. I'm going to have to watch and modify, and we'll make different decisions maybe about different things going forward. So to answer your question, no, I didn't. But I will tell you, my mama asked me if I did, and I told her I was just going to eat it. Nah, I can mess with my mama. You can't mess with my mama. I can mess with my mama. But here's what I want you to know, and you already know this, or maybe you don't. Ladies, there's things all around you all the time. Whether you're living out in the country, whether you're living in the mountains, the foothills of the mountains, even in a neighborhood. Things are so pushed back and forth in terms of wildlife now that I know that you're going to have issues with skunks, possum, raccoon. A lot of times these folks around here in these neighborhoods, they have a lot of trouble with bear, and they have a lot of trouble even with coyote, your neighbor's dog. A lot of folks don't understand that the neighbor's dog or the stray dog can do more damage to your homestead and your fencing or your farm or your chickens, whatever, than any old little snake. And that was not a little old snake, but I know that you know what I mean. So you always have to be aware and aware of the potentials. And they're going to spring on you, and you're going to have to make split-second decisions sometimes. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. You just do the best you can. But always be on the lookout for your surroundings, what's in your barn, what's behind you, what's in the woods. Because I am telling you right now, something is always watching. And you need to always know that, especially you ladies, and believe that, and be prepared to take action. Well, I'm gonna go get my man a steak. He kept saying, "But Tara," he said, "Tara, I was just racing up to that barn. I just knew you were gonna grab that snake before I got back." He was so afraid. He said, the last thing he said was, "Don't you get bit." So I did not get bit, but needless to say, it's gonna be all right. This is what we do, and this is some of the things that we have to deal with, right? Be smart, be safe, be aware. And the funny thing is, I had just said yesterday I wasn't gonna put any more quail right now in the incubator, but I was gonna hold off for another round. And it looks like I better put some quail eggs in the incubator, right? Yep, we got some great videos coming your way. Beautiful violet jelly. Y'all gonna love it, y'all gonna love it, y'all gonna love it. We'll put this video up right before that one. And Gabriel's doing so good with learning so much here on the homestead. It's a good day. Y'all, take care, be safe, and we'll see you on the next video.